Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special Legends of Chima coverage. As always, I am joined today by LJ,
Yo.
and we are here today to talk about not one, but two episodes. And first of all, I will say that both are linked below in the description, as always, if you want to watch them
Yes,
for yourselves.
but if you didn't hear that, they're in the description.
Oh, the people that comment will never listen.
You're right. Forgot.
Yeah. But basically, here's the deal. So, months ago, I'm talking months before the date for season 2 was even announced, Legends of Chima Season 2 Episode 25, Tooth or Consequences, was actually uploaded accidentally to LEGO's official YouTube channel. And it made the rounds on the internet. I don't know how that kind of thing happens, first of all, because it was in English and it was in good quality, and some stupid person at LEGO made it public. But it spread like wildfire, and we were getting a bunch of messages. Episode 25 is out. You guys should cover it. You should review it. Episode 25 is out. And I just kind of shook my head and I said, but the first episode of this season isn't out. Nor the second, nor the third, nor the fourth. So why would we spoil ourselves and jump 5 episodes ahead to review it just because it's out? And we did not end up reviewing it, of course. But now that we've reached the point where it's at, we just decided rather than wait a week for the episode to air on TV, we may as well just talk about it now that we're at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So we have episode 24, The Eagle and the Bear, first. And then in a couple minutes, we'll get to episode 25. But LJ, you should do what you did last week because that went very well and do a breakdown of what happened in this episode. Bullet
Alright.
points.
I just gotta remember it because we just watched them back to back. It's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Alright, so what, Eagle and the Bear?
Yeah.
So the episode kind of starts off. Lavertus finds the eagle, the legend beast eagle, flying about, kind of in circles, kind of like a vulture. He's not exactly sure why. Eris goes and investigates, finds out, oh, hey, look, the legend beast bear is on kind of a seesaw-esque thing. And the only thing keeping him, like, they're on this huge spire, and then there's this plateau that's balancing. And the bear is being balanced by two of the legend beast eagle eggs. And if one of them gets moved, well, the other's going to go smash.
And Razor makes a big show of that and makes Ares almost burst out crying, and that was hilarious.
Yeah. And so somehow Eris communicates with the legend beast, and I swear she could have said anything and we would have believed her because we have no idea if that was the truth. So we're just going to take her word for it.
Mm-hmm.
For all we know, the legend beast bear is the culprit here.
Lol.
And she touches the legend beast eagle and gets cheed up for some reason all of a sudden. That never happens again. Never explained. So they go out and they go and find these guys. They get there. They hatch some elaborate plan. We see Lavertus's helicopter thing called Wind Shadow. Isn't that like Shadow Wind? Only bad. Shut up, Eris. Elaborate plan. They get the bear, Blavik. He jumps down with Laval to help balance out the bear while they get the eagle eggs because those are apparently important and a thing now.
Of course.
And antics ensue.
Antics ensue.
We find out why the bears sleep. Apparently, when they are all asleep, they are all in an interconnected dream. Partying and being lively and
doing stuff that apparently translates to real world activities.
like sleepwalking. So that happens. But antics ensue once more. The platform falls. They all go smash. That's the end of Legends of Chima.
Yep, tune in next time.
The smart rhino ends up Deus ex machina in this situation and breaks a blockage of rocks that releases the most out of the blue yellow liquid in the world. It's not explained.
I think it was meant to be honey. I think that was what they were hinting at.
Is that seriously what it was supposed to be?
I don't know. I don't really remember. That whole sequence was kind of a blur for reasons I'll talk about in a minute, but I think they were alluding that it was honey. because the bear.
Okay, that's all right. If that was it, whatever. It was never hinted to beforehand anyway.
Yeah.
So they save him. They jam down our throats the whole friendship message.
Yeah.
Laval doesn't know how to swim, even in the thickest, sweetest substance we know, aside from
Water is like
molasses.
friendship. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, water is like friendship. Forget it. Anyway, speeders from the Outland tribes. Huge racing scene with Laval and the Outlanders. It's
Elaborate.
crazy. Blavik threatens to screw the entire thing up by getting captured again with his legend beast. But through the power of friendship and Laval stupidly getting chi knocked out of his hand, they manage to save the day and squish all of the Outlanders in a bunch of
A
rocks.
scene that was very reminiscent of the Legend Reborn and Bone Hunters getting
Oh,
squished in rocks.
yeah. Yep.
That's what that reminded me of.
Yep. And they end up getting free and the day is saved and
Yeah.
no cupcakes this go around.
There was a subplot involving Warriz. Now, Warriz, he basically gets frustrated at all the stupid antics that's going on with everybody and says, so the bear's sleeping, his legend beast is right out there, yet he can't even be bothered to be alert. Whereas I don't have no clue where mine is. I gotta jump through all these crazy hoops, and I'm trying. I'm sick of you idiots, and he walks off. But
Like a
he
smart
only
person.
finds company in the other idiot, the Ryan, what's her name, Renona.
Ryona.
Yeah, but by the end of the episode, all is well with that. But yeah, that was that episode. Now, this has actually been the one I've been most eager to see because I was wondering how they were going to do the whole thing with the bear legend beast because the bears are pretty useless. They don't really do much ever, and it made a lot of sense. The interconnected dreams, and if this were any other show, I would say that's too outlandish. That you know could never actually be a thing. It's so stupid. But this is Chima where they had the fog of destiny caused by burning drugs at a campfire or something. And everybody was ultra build versions of themselves battling it out. So I could accept that. No problem.
Of course.
Pretty much
Fair
the only
enough.
big bone I had to pick with it was the middle of the episode, friendship mortal.
I
It felt
swear.
forced, out of place. I don't know why they're doing it in the middle. Uh,
I remember that a lot of people have critiqued the Lego movie for trying to shove morals down your throat. Those people have never seen the show.
yeah, where they just try to ignore that show.
What show's that?
Yeah, what do you mean Legends of Chima? What is that? That wasn't in the Lego movie. That's not a real theme.
Shh, it didn't exist. It's like that bionicle thing no one knows about.
Yeah. But no, I didn't really have much issue with it. It didn't seem necessarily as interesting as the prior episodes, but at the same time it wasn't any worse, really. It was just kind of whatever. The next episode kind of picked things back up a little bit, but they were just going through the motions, save more legend beasts. Now I do have something to say about the enemies, who I guess they're calling crawlers now. Next we'll have
Some
knights, and then we'll have watchers, and Prometheans will be fighting.
battle
But
wagons.
yes, the battle wagons. But basically, they wanted to build their speedors, and that was the cliffhanger from last episode. And this whole elaborate thing with the seesaw, there were no guards guarding this thing, so it was not a legitimate thing they were trying to do. It was just a distraction so they could build their speedors. And I guess they're banking on these things giving them an edge. But aside from an overblown racing sequence, they don't really have much of an edge. They get defeated anyway. And yeah, I think it was just one giant waste of time. And I'm
Yeah.
noticing they're trying to cram a lot of the set down your throat in the last couple episodes here. Like, oh, we have speedors for the beasts, for the crawlers, we better explain them. Oh, they have these weird weapons, and Lavertus has a jet thing. Let's explain that. Meanwhile, all these legend beasts that didn't get sets have been featured prominently. But whatever, those are minor gripes.
Yeah,
I'm just glad the Bears had an episode of relevance
and usefulness.
and usefulness, begrudgingly so.
Yeah,
But
but honestly, I don't know. I felt that episode kind of It got dangerously close, if not reached season 1 levels of eh.
It got close. I wouldn't say it hit that necessarily because there was still a lot of action, but and funny moments, but it did get pretty cringeworthy at parts. It was around the middle of the episode was where it started to fall apart.
Yeah.
But the next episode redeemed things a little bit. Truth or consequences. Give a breakdown for that, if you would.
All right. Truth or Consequences starts off. We see Krager having his dream of his father. Again. He runs off because his father in his dream tells him he's near. And then that tooth from the prior episode, the mother tooth that the wolves have, starts glowing and lighting up, kind of like a nightlight. Keeps Wars all nice and cozy. Hit lights up. He runs off right after Krager. They meet. They find a caravan of all the Outlanders with the Legend Wolf and King Crominus, who is
Finally
you will
back.
never, gosh dang, you'll never get it out of your head. He's voiced by the same guy who does Laval's father. It is so similar. Drives me nuts.
It doesn't surprise me. They seem to have really scraped the bottom of the barrel for their voice cast.
They need me. Lego, I can do things. I swear. Anyway. So they get captured, long story short. Plovar screws everything up. I swear. He's the reason. He didn't shut up, and he's the reason they got captured. So you know what? They need to kill him. Technically, he's a legend beast, which bothers me. But anyway. So they all get captured. The rest of the gang, they're doing their thing, finding out that they've all been captured. Oh, I forgot. In this episode, there's a subplot where, what's his name? Lavertis is like teasing Krager.
Yeah.
Because Krager is King Crominus' son. So he's like, oh, am I doing something? Or am I? It's like, wow. Like, why are you talking to me like that? Talking to you like what? Yeah, and, you know, he has this scarf that the Queen Croc wears. They're doing it. They're going with the triangle between these three. I can't believe it. They're doing that.
I can't believe it. Chima, as we will see later on, seems to like to branch out into interesting territory.
Oh, gosh, dang it. Yeah, so they have that. He has a creepy scene with this scarf, and it's unnerving and makes you feel uncomfortable. But anyway, they get captured. The rest of the group find out they get captured. They run off to try and save them. Find the cave. Huge guard. They start fighting them. Chi up.
Yeah.
Antics ensue.
There were some cool moments where all the legend beasts were flying in and the aerial people in the sky. The culmination of the entire show.
Pretty much. So they run in there, get into the cave. They start having a firefight with all the
complete with lasers and grenades.
Yeah, and grenades that what's his name? Gosh, so many names Lavertis gives Laval. They all got new weapons. We see the hammer with the bananas and a new sword for Laval that actually, to its credit, looks pretty cool. Yep. So on and so forth. So they get in there, fighting, antics ensue, but then they get overwhelmed. Warris and Crominus and Krager break out because Warris gave the wolf her tooth back. But they're all pinned down by all the huge vehicles. By the way, on Lego Shop at Home. Anyway. And then, like, Laval's like, we gotta go get the lion legend beast. But Krager's like, wait, hold on. I've got a plan on how we're gonna stop them. We're gonna make them fight each other. Because earlier he overheard them arguing about who was the one that dropped the chi in the ravine.
Yes.
The great scorpion in the sky, or the spider in the sky.
Making religious analogies.
Yep, they did it. What did they do? They had a Chima religious argument.
I can't believe
That's right. Lego has crossed it. They took the line, they snapped it over their bricky knee, and they went there. Not only do we have drug analogies, but we have a religious argument.
It is pretty crazy.
Krager reveals to everyone that Laval is the reason that all of this has been happening, and his plan to get them to fight each other backfires terribly.
Yeah.
So much so that everyone in the group is like, wait, this is all your fault? And they all start debating whether or not they should literally just abandon Laval because he's done all of this and screwed this all up.
Yeah, okay. This was the culmination of an entire season's worth of frustrations.
I'm so
And
happy.
I'm shocked they actually went there.
I'm so happy to do this. But the episode ends actually on a cliffhanger with
Yeah.
Laval running out there like the dumb hero he tried to be and getting lasered, and it's left up to the viewers imagine he's gonna live.
Yeah, most
So,
definitely. I remember the last time that happened and he ran out. It also ended on a cliffhanger.
gosh dang.
So, hey,
I will give them major props if they just kill him.
they won't. They won't. He is protagonist. We are supposed to relate to him, I guess. I don't. Even though this season he's been less annoying, that's only because they didn't give him as much of a personality. He's just like barking orders to people and doing stuff, which I don't mind. In episode 24, that's when it started to go back to old Laval, throwing puns everywhere and being stupid.
Yeah. Now, the issue I had with this episode was that the camera work did that
Okay, yeah.
one. It did that thing from that one episode where it's just shaky. It's shaky cam, and it really bugs me. I swear, it's like found footage, but it's not found footage at the same time. Gosh, it was obnoxious.
It
This
was
episode.
it was pretty obnoxious. I don't know what was going on there. Very jarring.
Yeah.
Now, if my theory is correct, I was talking about this with LJ a little bit before we actually started. I'm starting to think that this season is winding down, and that's just a hunch. I have no reason to necessarily believe that. It's just one of the things I'm liking about this season is that there's no filler. They're cutting straight to the point. Every episode stuff happens. We're about to get to episode 6 in 2 weeks because we did this double coverage. We'll have a 1 week break from Chima. Then we'll get back to episode 26 in 2 weeks, and it seems like the natural progression is for it to end. Or they do filler. Or they cut straight immediately without any breaks. It'll be April and they'll start the summer TV show with the fire and ice stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
or they'll take a mid-season break, which is what I would recommend them do. Don't do filler. Don't have the summer show before the summer sets are out. Just take a little break and then come back and give us Ninjago in the meantime. That's what I'd
Yeah.
do. But either way you cut the cake, we will be here to cover whatever we get to see. And then actually, let me see something here. So there will be no Chima coverage for, the 12th of April when the next episode comes out, but on the 16th, Ninjago, we will have that.
Yeah.
So that
We're
will
gonna
fill the
jump
void.
up through it. Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to mention. I don't think there was.
Yes.
Oh,
I
wait,
got
there
some.
was? Okay, go.
I have finally figured it. It's thanks to you, Meso. You mentioned something earlier. You called the speeders motorcycles.
Oh, no, don't
And
do
that's
this.
when it finally clicked. It finally clicked exactly what's going on.
Don't do this.
Like, everyone knows that. Everyone knows of that show, Breaking Bad. Personally, my personal opinion, I do not like that show whatsoever. It's about a guy, a scientist who teaches at a school. He becomes like a huge drug dealer. Chima is nearly exactly like that show, only a little bit different. Now, Stephen Villman, sir, I know you are not going to appreciate this at all, but I'm sorry. This is a comedic reference, a comedic interpretation. It
Don't do
needs to
it.
be said, and I'm going to say it.
Don't do it.
Shima is a show about a bunch of cosplaying motorcycle gang members that are having a war with other cosplaying motorcycle gang members over the drugs made in the show Breaking Bad.
Wow.
And while they are all having this war, they are super high.
The
That is the
opinions of
legend.
LJ do not necessarily reflect. No,
They reflect entirely. My opinions are a mirror.
a mirror. Well, I don't deny that is a logical conclusion to make, but Lego, Lego, Lego. Why you do these things? They're going off the rails, man. Bring back my article. Give us morals about unity, duty, and destiny.
Nice
Not
one.
this. But yeah, that was that. Next episode, we shall deal with the rescue of the lion legend beast and more biker gang antics. Until then, we will bid you adieu and see you on the 16th or probably the 17th when we actually get around to releasing the coverage. Ninjago, episodes 3 and 4.
Get ready to spin.
Yes, yes, yes. Goodbye.
Yeah.